Hi guys, I'm Leke from Explosive Multimedia, and in this video we're going to be discussing everything you need to know about a console, as you want to call it, a mixer. And in this video we are going to be looking at the advantage and disadvantage of both analog mixer and digital mixer. In this video we're going to be making use of Yamaha MG32 as our analog mixer. Then we are going to be making use of Behringer X32 Compact to discuss details on how to use a console properly. If you love the video, you want to learn more, kindly follow our YouTube channel that is posted. Let's start. All right, now let's talk on the comparative advantage of both digital and analog mixer. The first thing I would like us to note is on analog, you are very safe with your mix, in the sense that you cannot confuse one channel for another, because each channel is individually operating without interfering with others. But on digital, though there is no way you will interfere except by human error. So if peradventure you mistakenly deactivate the channel you are supposed to be working on digital, you may probably rearrange the previous channel that you are through with. But that of analog, you can simply work on your channel without any interference or any mistake of working on another channel. Okay, another advantage of analog mixer is that you can easily understand the configuration without going through any form of programming or any form of routing. Okay, when I was explaining the interface of digital mixer, I said something about routing. Routing is a kind of program that you need to configure your system to work or to obey. But on analog mixer, you need to actually do the routing manually without any form of programming, while on digital board you need the kind of programming to allow the configuration go smoothly. So in as much we believe that analog mixer is kind of crude, digital is a little bit complex. So for the new guys in the biz, please, I will enjoy or encourage you to get familiarized with the analog, and when you are very good with the analog, you will be able to operate your digital smoothly. Then another thing is analog teach you the basis. Okay, and when it comes to the equalization, you can easily see what you are working on manually, and you will be able to address it. But on digital mixer, though you can see it, but it requires a level of skills, a level of understanding of frequency, a level of understanding of how spectrum operates before you can easily maneuver your waves on digital board. But analog mixer is something that any upcoming engineer can easily work on. All you just need to know is the basic understanding of your frequency, and you'll be able to operate it easily. Then another thing is, on analog board you can easily note your auxiliaries correctly and operate the master volume, the each channel auxiliary without any challenge. But coming to digital board, you need to go through a lot of routing before you can make use of your box correctly, and that can become very difficult for the upcoming engineer. So on the digital, we have more flexibility, and there are so many processors that comes in hand with it. We can easily go through them because they are readily available. Take for instance, and when we are doing the overview of the digital board, I made mention of effects and other processors like gates, compressor, limiter. These are the things that will come as additional hardware on the analog box, which can be a form of disadvantage while you are operating on analog box. But we have them available at any time on the digital box, and that is one of the advantage that digital mixer brings to the board, because it gives you opportunity to be flexible. To be flexible in the sense that whenever you need any processor, it is actually there with you. And this case that we need to stack a lot of processors before we can have quality sound in analog setup can easily be eradicated when you are using a digital board. Take for example, when you have a digital board, you don't need a crossover, for instance, before you can separate your frequency, and you don't even need an external EQ, because whatsoever you need is actually available for you to operate. And I said something about basic knowledge. Once you have the basic knowledge, you will be able to operate any kind of mixer that comes your way. And I would like to say this: having either digital or analog mixer is not what will determine the quality of sound you are going to produce. It is your basic knowledge of how to make use of the tools in your hand. Okay, so there are a lot of advantage that comes with digital board, because it gives you that flexibility to work with almost all the processors you are going to be thinking of. Then apart from that, it helps you to at least work with less load and have a better outcome with you. So instead of going up to buy different kind of processor, limiter, compressor, getting an insert cable, getting an external EQ, you have everything embedded in the digital board. It's just for you to know how to navigate your way through it and get them used. So we are going to talk more about digital mixer, and I want to believe that is where so many people have interest. I work with someone of late that after getting the digital board, he has to spend extra cash on getting a crossover, and they actually used that for like a year before I could step into the matter. And immediately I told them, there is a crossover on this board. They were surprised. So it requires your ability to know how to use every tools on the digital board. So this being said, I want to encourage you that both digital mixer and analog mixer are very good. So what you need to know is your basic knowledge on technical know-how. And if you like to know more about this, please subscribe to this channel, because we are going to be going through all this basic knowledge of the buttons on our mixer, starting with the analog. So I'll see you in our next video that says Introduction to Gain Structure or Gain Staging. See you there. Bye.